reason I'm making this video is because there's been a lot of conversations surrounding the talent of each roster. A lot of well, it's really on both sides. A lot of people saying that Teaspoon had the way better roster um than last year, kind of giving Tyler Marshall an excuse for why the season was as bad as it was. But my thing is the 2025 roster was actually constructed by Jeff. Um, this is like his vision of what he wanted. So I'm assuming it should look better. Now spacing wise, the 2025 roster is better, which is the thing I think people are like overlooking um when comparing the two. Because basically you got on the 2025 roster, you got at least, and I say at least, um, one, two, three, four, five, um, maybe give a six if you think Michaela can shoot a three. Um, Haley Van Lift has potential to shoot a three, so maybe like six or seven shooters. Compared to this roster, you're looking at Lindsay Allen. She occasionally shot a three. Kennedy, she's just a scorer, so she gonna shoot. Now she's not who you want shooting a 3-point shot, but she has potential to shoot one. So one, two, maybe a three here, maybe a four, five. She didn't get to play that much. So you can't really count her. Mabry, and you only had Mabry for half the season, and then you had Michaela that barely played. And who's at the bottom? Who's at the bottom on this? E will not shoot no threes. Um, so you got more shooters over here compared to this roster. You got a couple of maybes. You got a couple of maybes over here. And you got some people that were hand picked like legit to shoot. Rebecca Allen shooter. Maddie, I'm assuming they drafted her for um for shooting. And when she plays, she got a lot of threes up. So I'm assuming that's a shooter too. Michaela, I think they tried to do like a 3 and D type player archetype for her. So I'm assuming they wanted her to be a 3-point shooter as well. These two not giving those looks for three. Ariel is a 3-point shooter that you want shooting. Rachel was supposed to be a 3-point shooter this year. Kia is a certified 3-point shooter. Um, and I say certified because you don't bring her here for anything else because she offers nothing else. Haley can't shoot a three. Vandersloot's not shooting no threes. Uzum definitely can't shoot. So you got one, two, three, four, five, six. Um, I say six. I say six. Somebody else may say seven. I say six. Compared to what I think the shooters are over here is one, two, three, four, five. I mean, it gets blurry after that. And the five I'm counting is two maybes in there. So you got three. You got three. You can't really fully count her because you only had her for half season. She played 24 games um on this team. So it ain't like they had them. It ain't like they had Marina Mabry the whole season because they didn't. So so after Marina left, which you're losing a shooter, so you end up with one, two, three, four, five. So yeah, after Marina left, it ain't like it's nobody else that's shooting threes after that. And I really don't want to count Kennedy because she's really like a 2-point attack the basket, attack the baskets type player. She remind me of Allen Iverson so much when I watch her play. And Allen Iverson wasn't getting up a lot of threes either. He would shoot them, but that ain't his main shot. The main shooters was Rachel, Lindsay, because the Lindsay shot more threes than she attacked the basket, so I get her 3-point shooter. Diamond, she stayed in the corner a lot, so you give her Shula and Dana Evans. That's 4. The list is getting slimmer and slimmer as I keep looking over it. Um, so yes, spacing wise, I say 2025 is better. Defensive wise, 2024 is better. When you look at it, break it down player for player. You say Lindsey Allen, Haley Van Lith, you compare them to. I give it to Lindsey Allen. Lindsey Allen, she ran point a lot better on Haley than Haley ever will. Um, Rachel and Vandersloot. I still give it to Vandersloot. If Vandersloot is 100% healthy, she can play point guard better than Rachel Banner. That's her job. She one of the best one of the best point guards in WNBA history as far as like how long she been playing. She's been very consistent in her career. Granted, she aging. It's about time for her to hang it up. Um, and it should be soon, especially with the ACL injury. Um, so yeah, when you compare point guard play, I'm giving it to Courtney. So that's one over here. That's one over here, one over here. Um, Camilla, if you want to compare Camilla, I mean it's the same player, but she was better last year than she was better in 2025 than she was in 2024. I'm just going off what I think from me watching both teams during the season. I got a little pen thing too. Hold on. I'm gonna keep up with it. I'm gonna keep up with it on the tally mark. So I give 2024 the light, the green on this matchup. Uh, I'm giving 25, even though Vandersloot only played seven games or however many she played this year. I'm still no, she's still a better point guard than Rachel Banner. Um, Camilla, I'm saying Camilla played better in 25. Um, where I think the real difference is Kennedy and Ariel. Uh, and I think that's common knowledge. Kennedy is better than Ariel, so I'm giving it to 24. She didn't play. Now this where you start splitting hairs at. When you look at I'm going guard for guard, so I'm gonna compare Diamond and Rebecca Allen. Now Diamond when she was fully healthy and all that and when dealing with her complications, Diamond DeShields was a really good basketball player. I remember her playing in Tennessee. I was watching her play when she was in college. She was really good, but when she was at Wisham College, when she was at Chicago, first of all, she was kind of iffy on getting on the court anyway, or being consistent, or it was some hindering, some keeping her from playing 100%. A past injury she had, so she was kind of timid. So with thinking about all that, not comparing prime Diamond DeShields to Rebecca Allen, I'm giving a nod to Rebecca Allen over how Diamond was. Now Diamond is a lot better defender than Rebecca, but offensively, Rebecca offers more than Diamond did. Now Dana Evans and I guess you want to compare going guard for guard. Who would you compare this to? Mm, I guess Uzun. I give Dana Evans nod whatchamacallit over Uzun. I don't think that's close. Uh, Cars didn't play, so you can't use her. Then you're looking at Izzy. Who you comparing Izzy to? Which she was Angel's backup, so that would be E Will. So I'm going E Will over Izzy. Now if you pick Izzy over E Will, what E Will did last year, that's your decision. And I have my opinion. I think E Will played better than what Izzy did in 24. Mariah Jefferson, she did not play, and she didn't play in 25 either. Michaela, she's on this roster as well. She played better. I feel like she actually played better in 24 than she did in 25. She had more opportunities in 25 and played worse. I don't know who you credit that to. I know who I'm putting it on though. I think it's more coaching than anything. If Tyler come over here and he's supposed to be this great development coach, the great developmental coach and mastermind on offense, I feel like you should have got way more out of her than what you did this year. Teaspoon barely played her in spots last year, and she looked way more productive last year than she looked this year. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know. Um, so give him more opportunities. Give him more opportunities. I would assume that she would play better. Um, I had her, especially when the foreign player didn't come over. I figured she would be like a staple in the starting lineup last year. But we had rotating. We playing musical chairs with the small forward position all season. Like it wasn't no consistent. It wasn't no consistent starter there. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Then Angel. Let me switch back to my mouse. Then Angel. Comparing Angel from year one to year two. Year two, Angel played a whole lot better than uh 24 did. Now after All Star break, it wasn't even close. She outplayed she outplayed herself way more than she did. She outplayed herself way more than she did year year one. Um so yeah, I'm giving Angel, if I was picking, and then if it wasn't the same player, I would say I would give Angel the green over on 25, and I would give Camilla the green on 25. 'Cause both of them played better. Both of them played better this year than they did in 24, which makes sense because the young players, second year in the league, you supposed to get better. So this is where I'm drawing the line at, as far as like which roster was better and which one won. It's really not an overwhelming majority as far as like who roster was better. Um, and the conversation was that Teaspoon had a way better roster than Tyler did. No, I think if you even with the injuries, trades, because both of them had injuries, but this roster right here had a trade on it, and they still won more games than this team did. I believe this team might have had more injuries. Um, this team might have had more injuries, and but they had more games. They had more games to play though, so I still feel like they should have won more than 13 games. And this team only won 10. This team is not 10 games, ten wins bad. Even with Courtney Vandersloot going out, I still don't think this team is 10 games bad. So I'm putting it on more that it was a coach problem. It was a coaching problem and a GM not GM a Jeff problem. Because adding context to this 25 roster, I feel like if you get anybody like say Lindsey Allen. Say Lindsey Allen was on this team when Vandersloot went out. They don't lose 34 games with Lindsey Allen at point guard. They don't. Because what you can do is you put Lindsey Allen at point guard, you can put Rachel at shooting guard, where she's supposed to be at, or small forward or whatever. Then you still got Ariel in there. You got Ariel in there, you got Rachel in there. Like the starting five could have been Lindsey, Rachel, Ariel, Angel, Camilla. I think that would have been the starting lineup. Then you got off the bench, you got Kia Nurse, you got Rebecca Allen, um, you got Michaela coming off the bench, you got Will coming off the bench, like you adding depth and all that. And that man did not get anybody outside of Uzun that played 18 games. She didn't make no significant difference when she came to the team. Um, granted, it was options out there. It was definitely people out there um, that he could have got to play, um, to come play point guard when Sleuth went out. And Sleuth played. She didn't even play 10 games, so you had ample time. Look at how many games they played this year. 44. They played 44 games. Your starting point guard went out game 7. I keep thinking it's 7. I'm assuming it's 7. I can actually go look at that right quick. Let me look for context of the video. Yes, 7 games. So she played 7 games with how many games? How many games they leave? 37? That leaves 37 games. So you got 37 games left to find somebody that can fill in. Okay, you put Haley Van Lith out there. You drafted her. You got confidence in her. You think she can help out. Okay, fine. You tried it. She don't do you find out that she's really can't bring the ball up the court, and then when she get trapped, she can't do nothing outside of that. So she's not a point guard. I don't know how many games you have to sit and watch that before you realize that you maybe need to go get a point guard. Then you just try to get away with putting Rachel Banham, taking one of the shooters out of what they normally do and put them at point guard. Now Rachel, she can't go come off no screen. She can't can't go sit in the corner where she comfortable at. You got her playing defense on guards. Just creating inefficient basketball for her. Now, granted, she played good and she played good in at least half the games she started in. She played good just because she's just an actual hooper and she been in the league for a minute, so she can find a way to get the ball in the hole. But that's not efficient for your team, especially a team that needs scoring and relies on paint scoring. Paint scoring is not going to keep up with everybody else in the league if that's all you can do. If you can't get your shooters somewhere where they can where they can get some good looks and get some good shots up, it's gonna look bad. And that's why they was one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. And they had all these shooters. They had all these shooters on this team, and they was them the dead last in 3-point shooting. Offensive rating. Let's compare that. Let's look at that since we got it right here. Shout out to Basketball Reference. Let's compare. They were lower in points per game. Opponents' points per game. Teaspoon held people to lesser points. We done in 25, they almost gave up 90 points. At 85.8 right there. So almost 86 points a game compared to 80, 80, 82, 83. Okay. So this team was better defensively, which I said earlier. The pace of the team, 78.2 compared to 76.7. Almost middle of the league as far as pace go. That's because you got Kennedy Carter. That's because you got somebody pushing the ball down the floor. Because you got somebody that can move the ball around. And granted, that didn't start off like that. Chicago's offense was very stagnant when the season started. Until Kennedy got the ball in her hand, that's what picked the pace of the team up. So now you got a pace difference. Offensive rating. 99 compared to 98.8. Teaspoon was better. Defensive rating. Teaspoon was better. Net rating. Teaspoon was better. And net rating is to simplify it, is how many points, how many more points is the other team scoring more than you. The other on average. The other team is scoring 13 more points than Chicago compared to 6.5, 6.5. So this is where you getting beat by 40, getting beat by 30, you getting beat by 20. This is where this is adding up at compared to somebody like Teaspoon that had her team. Even if they weren't the most talented, they was losing on average around 7 points compared to this team losing around 13 points a game. And granted, I think, let's see, yeah, it's keep popping up. Got it. Now, I think that I do think this team is better defensively, but I don't think this team was that bad. They play zone. I think they play zone entirely too much, and I don't think they fully even grasped the concept of what the zone was because they looked so disjointed and they won where they needed to be. It was too many. It was times where people were helping people and I don't even think they understood the concept of the zone. So somebody in that assistant coach, whoever the assistant coach was, it was Tanisha Wright and some other people because I think they end up changing. I think they end up changing they pretty much the whole coaching staff because I know the other Sydney, he went to go coach at Washington. So that's another good coach that left the staff. Then you ended up with Tanisha Wright on the 25 team, and I think the other position. Here they go. Yeah, here we go. We got everything. Got everything. Okay, so why did this? Okay, why is this showing more? Okay, you got Tamara Young, you got Crystal Robinson over here. There's another good assistant coach that was also let go of. Then, yeah, Sydney, which is now a head coach at Washington now. So, so you got Rena and you got Tanisha Wright and you got Courtney Paris. I think these are positional coaches. I don't think. Well, I think she's a positional coach. These two, they either had their hands on the defense or they had their hands on the offense. One of the two. And I and she got fired from Atlanta. So I don't know why you go pick up somebody as an assistant coach that got fired. Now I see them do it in football all the time. That's football. But basketball, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like that hire when I found out she was over there. And another thing, when they had timeouts, most of the time when there would be like a sideline timeout or anything like that, I saw the assistant coaches talking to the team more than Tyler Marsh was. That is concerning for me. That's concerning for me. On that 24 team, when I saw timeouts, I saw T Spoon in the middle of them huddles. I saw T Spoon with the clipboard. I saw T Spoon trying to encourage her players to play hard. That's what I saw. I saw Tyler Marsh in 25 off to the side with a clipboard in his hand, drawing up whatever, and we get back in the game on the inbounds play. Someone was good, someone was good, but for the most part, like we passing the ball around, we getting shot clock violations. What are these plays he's drawing up? What is it coming from? What is it amounting to? Like I don't see. I rarely saw him do any kind of encouraging, like let's go, play harder or get your head in the game. Cause sometimes they would just come out. There's some games they would just come out and it's just like they at practice, like no energy. That game they got beat by 40. I don't. It looked like they didn't even want to play that day. It looked like they didn't even want to show up. So I'm like, you got somebody like Angel Reese on the team. She's trying to keep the team in the game, but there's like no voice on the sidelines that that's doing anything. And I'm trying to figure out like is you really trying to win? Like, and I'm asking this to Jeff since he the one constructed the roster, he the one handpicked the coach. You got Teaspoon out of there, and you went and got this guy, somebody that you wanted. So I mean, are you serious about winning when you got a sideline like that and you constructed the roster the way you did? Are you serious about winning? Or are you just trying to put your image? You just trying to portray your image of what this team should look like into the league, like. And if it's not facilitating wins, then what you doing? Because you're not doing your job correctly. You're not. If you just sit there and watch a team free fall without a point guard for that long and don't do anything to try to rectify the situation, um, that just look bad. That just look bad on your team. Um, and it look like you don't know what you're doing with your job. Um, especially when you hire somebody, you got a alpha player, alpha personality player like Angel Reese, and you gave her a beta personality coach. Like I'm not understanding where the connection is being made at right there. Because Angel and Teaspoon like this to this day, to this day they like this, and I feel like if Angel and Tyler's connection was a lot stronger, I I mean not to say that she wouldn't talk to Teaspoon, but I feel like it wouldn't be as consistent as what it is. Cause Angel done admitted to watching film with Teaspoon. Like, why is that not being done with the head coach? No connection. No connection. I also feel like the team as a whole don't watch film. They don't, because they come out making the same mistakes, doing the same stuff over and over and over again, night in, night out, and they getting beat by the same amount of points. The same thing that happened, same thing that keep happening at halftime. The game would be within like 10 or whatever before halftime, or they actually had the lead going to halftime. Then they come out in the second half, and it's like, what happened to the team? And that was consistent throughout all the games they lost. All of them. They lost a handful of close ones that really should have been won, due to maybe a timeout here, or a challenge should have got called there, or maybe you changed up the lineup, or maybe you changed up something that was working in the first half and you never came back to it in the first half. Just stuff like that. What is that? What does that boil down to? Coaching. That's not roster. That's not roster. It's not. It's not. So looking at it, coaching wise, I'm on the side of Teaspoon. I'm on now. Was she perfect? No. Many first year coaches aren't perfect. Many veteran coaches aren't perfect. But now Chicago did do it in reverse, and this is going to their front office. They got enough problems as it is right now with the whole Michael Alter situation. They hired the head coach before they hired Jeff. Now, knowing that they did that, there was already a problem from the beginning. Cause why are you hiring a coach without having a manager first? Why did that get done the way it got done? So now you got disconnect already by who you drafting, who you got on the sidelines, just just all type of stuff. And then Teaspoon end up getting the axe just because Jeff don't want her there. It ain't even because of the job or the production. It ain't about that. I'm not giving Jeff that excuse. I'm not. I'm not, because if you gonna sit up here and watch somebody that you hired win 10 games, I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that. He fired her just cause I don't want her there, or I didn't pick her. All right, it was a decision made before I got here, so I'm gonna fire her. And then didn't even fire her with no integrity. He fired her over the phone. If there's somebody you want in the management position, you need to get your job took too. That's why Alton needs to sell this team. He needs to sell the team. So now, going back to looking at the rosters. Yes, I say 24 is good in spots, but overwhelmingly, because when you look at spacing, when you look at how good the team look on paper, you got shooters, you got a point guard. Granted, she ain't the youngest point guard. You got the expectation of Angel and Camilla getting better, which both of them did. Both of them got better in year two. Did it take Angel a little minute? Yes. But she was also working through trying to work in the system that wasn't integrated for her anyway, which is another thing. Once again, coaching, GM. I don't know how you just I don't know. I don't know what they were doing with Angel to start the season off. It was just terrible. It was terrible. They had her screening and all kind of stuff outside of shooting the basketball and trying to score for her team, knowing that she one of the best scorers on the team. Just 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 completely I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what vision they was going for or what they was trying to do, but it wasn't winning basketball. I know that much. Matter of fact, let me see. Um, yeah, here you go. Matter of fact, here you go right here. This is 2024 right here. I'm gonna see if I can do like a. I'm gonna see if I can do like a quick. Uh, I, I might can do side by side. I'm gonna do side by side. Where's the see now the graph gone? Where the graph go? It's gonna be small, but yeah, it disappeared because this thing is in the way. Anyway, it's about as big as I can get it right here. So yeah, this is 2024. Once again, it's 2024, and this is 25 over here. Look how many more red lines are over here. Granted, they had more losses, but look how long these lines are compared to this side. You got a few short ones over here. You got a little short one right there, little one, little one. This is kind of medium length. Little one, little one, little one, little one, little one. medium, medium, really long, really long, really long, really long. Now over here, you got long, 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 medium, 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 long, 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 long. Y'all can see. Y'all can see. The comparison is crazy. Absolutely crazy. At the end of the day, I think it boiled down to Teaspoon did a better coaching job than Tyler Marsh did. That's my overall opinion. I'm free to being wrong. I hope Tyler prove me wrong next year. I hope he do astronomical whenever the next season is, if it ain't next year. I pray he get better. I pray for the sake of Angel Reese and Camilla. I pray he get better. I pray he do. But I'm over the giving him excuses. I'm over that. Like it's past. He done ran out of excuses with me. I'm not giving him any more passes, especially not next year. Cause you know what you're dealing with now. You know what you're dealing with. You know the limitations of your rookies, um, and you know the capabilities of your second year players. So put some around them. Jeff as well, because he ain't off the hot seat either. He really been off the seat for me. I'm really waiting on him to mess up one more time so I can add him on Twitter and just literally cuss him out. So yeah, that's y'all drop down in the comments what y'all thoughts is. Who roster do y'all think better? Where uh where do you think either team could have won more games? Um which coach think you did which coach do you think did a better job? And what can Tyler do in 2025 that can turn this roster around and maybe get in the playoffs? I'm not even gonna say contend for a title because we so far from that it's not even close. Um, but yeah, y'all give me your thoughts. And I'm open to being wrong. I'm also a person that don't just think what I say go. I'm open to being wrong. Um, but please give present some information that can back up your argument. Don't just say I'm wrong, because that's not gonna work with me. It's not. Um, but yeah, I think probably the biggest talent difference in between the rosters is literally Kennedy and Ariel. Basically him trading that third pick and getting Ariel and letting Kennedy go. I think that's where the talent is the biggest discrepancy. Other than that, these rosters really ain't that far apart. Now it get dicey when you start picking and choosing, saying this, that, and third. But I feel like in a better world, Rachel Bannum would have been a lot better player if she got to play shooting guard compared to point guard or whatever you want to put it at. But yeah, but yeah, y'all get in the comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.